All right, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle O football system. We're going to look at phase 1 install step 2 now. After split zone, we're going to look at our stretch zone, which is our outside zone. We'll look at our stretch zone with our Mickey RPO routes. We'll look at how to do that with a stretch fly zone. We can look at a now stretch screen, our bubbles, our now bubbles, and then a sprint pass, sprint snag, and a smoke screen, what we call our fast screen pass option. All right, once again, we'll use our 3x3 install, doing the RPO first, then the pass, and then mixing the two together. So you can see here now with stretch zone, we're going to do that to the back, regular RPO with a Mickey route concept. We can add that where we put the A receiver in fly stretch, and then we use that same stretch or outside zone blocking for our sprint out pass pro and our now passes. And we'll do a bubble, a snag, and a smoke concept. All right, so our first basic stretch RPO, again, we don't say anything, we're always running towards, the front side is towards the H. So we're going to outside zone this all to the left. The theme here is NCA, so we use Lobos to the left. The read key on all of our outside run becomes actually the Mike backer run through to the play side. So we'll use what's called a Mickey route on the back side. The A runs a hot over route trying to replace that Mike or Will blitzer, and then the Z runs his glance route again, getting skinny to the second and third level. Quarterback is simply going to shuffle 1 to 2 steps for a ride phase, reading that Mike backer. If he fills, then he'll look to drill the ball to the A or the Z, looking inside out. Key here is the A just tries to find open grass or open windows. If the Mike skates, sits, or does a blitz backside, we're going to go ahead and still take our shuffle steps, but it's a give all the way to the back. You notice here the front side receivers have to block, bongo block, we're blocking the man on and over, with the backside now runs the RPO route. So this would be Lobos 5 because number 5 is the Mike. That's our read key. All right, here's our stretch zone or outside zone blocking schemes, techniques, and calls. First off, we're going to do what's called an Ozzy call here. So just like inside zone is Izzy, when we go outside zone, it's just Ozzy, Larry, or Roger, left or right. Technique here is we use, the rule is we're going to all far reach, meaning we're going to take our inside arm and far reach to the play side gap, all of us. Again, it's a zone principle. Key teaching points for the H is he is going to use that same far reach technique, but he's got to keep his shoulders and hips square to the line of scrimmage, never turning in, because he has to combo block the defensive end if he widens, but ultimately is responsible for that Sam backer. Stretch zone then steps, real simple. The back is going to go ahead and take his first 3 steps the same, with the third step right at the midline of the quarterback, but now his toes are going to be pointed right to the sideline. The quarterback will take 1 shuffle step, so we have a read phase from step 3 to 4 here. The quarterback then is going to either give or pivot to its pass position. The back has the ball, then on the 5th, 6th, and 7th step, he still wants to go down the line to stretch those defenders, but on the 7th step now he needs to turn and have his toe pointed at a 45-degree angle right at the H. He's going to read that H back's block and then basically go to his backside. If the H is able to hook the edge, then he's going to stay outside, but as close to him as he can so he gets north and south versus running to the sideline. If the H has to turn and drive that Sam backer out to the sidelines, then he's going to go ahead at the line of scrimmage, he's going to press it and then go inside the H-back, getting north and south. Here you can see then is a way we can go with a fly stretch, getting the A receiver. The advantage of this is you get an extra blocker on the perimeter with the B-back. He'll line towards the call now, and he will arc release and go block the number 1 defender, the cat or the corner. Since we're doing that, the X now, when we have a fly signal, which is just the hand flapping before our stretch call, is going to do a push crack. He's going to push upfield 2 steps to threaten the cat, but then go in and crack block the Sam to the ox, whoever's filling faster first. Never going past an unblocked linebacker to get to a secondary player. The A then comes in motion, wants to get to about the B gap when the ball is snapped, or the outside hip of the guard. Quarterback's still going to use the same shuffle step and read the Mike backer. Now obviously we lose the A on the hot over route with the Mickey, but it makes it a simple read. The Mike fills, we go ahead and drill the glance route by the Z receiver. One thing we really like about incorporating stretch zone blocking, whether you make that a core part of your RPO or not, is we use this same technique for our sprint out pass protection. All we do here is add a pro call to the Aussie, so it's Aussie Pro Roger or Aussie Pro Larry, and that just tells the line they're going to use their exact same far reach technique, but we're going to stay on the line of scrimmage. Key teaching point here now is the B back as the edge blocker, since the H is releasing, needs to get to the line of scrimmage and to the outside hip of wherever that tackle is on his far reach technique as soon as possible. So he wants to get to the line of scrimmage and replace what the H normally does with stretch, looking to double on the defensive end, but ultimately responsible for the Sam backer blitz. Same thing, the key is for the back to get to the line of scrimmage as soon as possible and on that outside hip, but keep his shoulders and hips square to the line of scrimmage. Here then we start to do our now screen. And again, we just keep using this stretch zone blocking techniques. Ram would be to the right, Lion is to the left. Nice thing about this with the Ram is now that O-line is doing that far reach technique again. The back closes the back door on Ram or Lion, so must align away. When we run our bubble screens, it's a simple rule. The receiver closest to the quarterback is always the bubble receiver, and we're going to mirror this on both sides. So you can see here it's the A and the H. They simply turn and do a back pedal towards the sideline. The Z and the X then become the blockers, always blocking the number 1 defender. What the quarterback simply is looking for here is where he has leverage or free access on which side. In this diagram, he would have free access to the right because the Sam linebacker is way in the box and the ox is off. So we want to go ahead and throw that like a long handoff and just get that A receiver in space fast. Again, we just keep using the stretch far reach technique, and we'll go to our sprint out pass pro, a Spikes Ray. This is a great blitz beater. Again, we're going to go ahead and use our far reach stretch with the B getting up and replacing the H. Now the H can release on a hot arrow, and the Z run a 3-step post corner, and the A shadowing the defender over the H. Quarterback is going to take a simple pivot step and then sprint to the sideline in control, though we call it taking baby steps. We're really looking to just move the pocket versus sprint to the sideline. What he's looking for first is he's going to read the corner of the cat. If we got the Z on the quick corner, we'll take it. If not, then we start to look at that Sam backer looking outside in for the H quickly on the hot arrow. If the Sam covers that and gets past the shadow, then we can throw to the A receiver right behind him. Again, the last thing we've got here on our outs is the X is always running an over route, trying to find open grass and get back to the face of the quarterback so he can see him. The quarterback also, though, has himself as the kind of the 5th receiver. If everybody drops off, then he just continues to run to the edge as a pass run option. If you want to be able to get your B back on a free release, and again use the same concept, sprint snag out of a 2x2 set, we simply go to what we call a Spikes Robo. Robo to the right and Lolo to the left is a cue for a 5-man pro. We have no H or B helping in the protection. Again, the line is still using their stretch far reach technique. What will happen here is the B replaces the H, and the read for the quarterback is exactly the same. We're going to read the cat to the Sam, looking for the Z, the B to the A. Now with the H on the backside, we have 2 over routes trying to find open grass, and that's the only change. Again, Spike's robo becomes a 5-man protection to the right. What we've got here then is our screen pass pro. The keyword we use there is south. What we like about this is we use this one blocking screen scheme for all of our screens. We just change the timing from a quick to a fast to a slow release by the pullers. What we're going to do with the first one here, this is a fast screen where both tackles are always going to be big on big to fan the defenders over them or outside. They're both going to block far reach to their side. So the right tackle is going to far reach to the right, and the left tackle is going to far reach to the left. Our pullers for all screens then become guard, center, guard. The guard on the fast screen is the first guard. The diagram on the left is going to pass set, hit, and then go down the line looking for the number 2 defender. The center is going to do the same, looking for the Sam, and the backside guard is going to do the same, looking for the Mike. So here's an example of our fast screen, read screen. It's a screen pass option. We're going to call this Southern Lions because we have the south cue that tells the linemen now they're using screen blocking rule. We're going to have a smoke screen on the left to the call side, but on the back side, the first option, pass option, is going to be a bubble to the B back. Quarterback's going to pivot, assuming he's going to throw that to the B to the right and read that will backer. If the B has leverage on him, then we'll just throw it and have our normal now bubble pass. If the will keeps leverage, then the quarterback's going to turn and pivot back to the left and do the smoke screen to the X receiver. The X receiver simply takes 2 hard steps upfield like he's running a go route, then comes back to the line of scrimmage and creeps back to the quarterback to get the ball and then picking up the blocks, looking outside, back inside. Simple read screen, screen pass option, Southern Lion, Southern Ram.